Hi there, everyone. Welcome to a Facebook Live with Ronda. If you're watching live with me or on the replay, I'm so glad you're here. I'm taking a little break on my Wednesday. It's a little past lunch. At lunchtime, I was thinking to myself, I might not be able to get a live in today. But here it is. It's almost 3 o'clock my time, and so it's going to be a late lunch break with Ronda. So it depends on what time you're in. If you're in California, I might be hitting you right at your lunch break. So I have a really quick and simple, obviously, and cute project to show you today. I kind of showed this to you last week, but I wanted to take it one step further and show you the incredible bright Baubles bundle. So I'm gonna chat with you guys just for a minute. If you're watching the replay and you would rather just forward to the project, you can do that as well. I know, Michelle, it was lunchtime and I was saying to Nancy, I'm never gonna be able to get a live in today. But I was able to kind of whip through a couple things that I was doing, and I am coming for a late lunch break. Cheryl just said replay. Cheryl, this is not the replay. You're watching me live, which I'm so grateful for. So hello, everybody. I have such a beautiful project to show you today. Now, it's going to be kind of not a repeat, but it's going to be similar to something I did last week. But I wanted to show you how you could do something different with it. So hello, good afternoon. It's Wednesday afternoon, and I absolutely am excited to be able to just make a real simple and cute Christmas card that you can send. Now, last week I had my entire Christmas card class. So if you remember, if you watched me, who watched me last week? I would love to know if you were there last week. We made this adorable Santa card. So if you missed it, you can go back and watch the replay as well. I taught you how to make all of these. This one, I did a poll. I always poll all of you to see which one is your favorite card. And this one was the winner. So this one was the winner of the favorite card. So it's the, simple, beautiful, evergreen embossing folder. But then when you opened it up, it had a little pop-up inside. So this one was the one that was definitely everybody's favorite. And then, so last week I wanted to show you cards that you could use your photos with. A lot of people send Christmas cards with their family photo, a photo of their dogs, or their dog, or a photo of their grandchildren, or whatever. So I wanted to show you just some different styles. So we made this one with a white velvet tree. There you go. So if you order during that time frame, your packets will go out in the mail on Friday. So and the last one we did was this Easel card. This is one of my kids' old Christmases. And so we made this card, and when they open it up, it actually opens up like this, right? And then there's like a really neat little thing, put a little note on there, right? So what I'm gonna show you today is another variation of this Easel card, because I think this was also one of the most popular, but not everybody wants to put a photo in their card. So I want to show you one of my favorite products right now. It truly is. And it was one that I didn't get right away. So those of you who know me well, know I don't do a lot of intricate, detailed things. And this is pretty, has some detail to it for sure. It's not difficult to use, it just takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of tips today. This is also, the reason why I'm playing with this is the bright Baubles. These are the dies. You can see those are, there's actually a lot more than that. So, and then here are the other two. So those are the dies, and this is what we're featuring in my last stamp camp of the year. Well, at least I think it is. And it's gonna be our holiday stamp camp. And then this is the bright Baubles stamp set. So it has two big, beautiful, but if you can tell, they're a little more intricate. So normally I would avoid that because I just am not patient enough. So it's all me to do that. But let me tell you, I've been playing with this because I've seen some samples and wow, those samples are beautiful. So it's kind of worth a little bit of the work. So I got it in and started playing with it, and oh, it has won me over. So right now, this is one of my absolute favorite bundles. So let's jump in and get started. One of the products that I'm gonna make that same easel card. So I got my pieces here. So if you missed last week's, this will be a refresher for you. Or if you have made it, then you'll be like, yeah, I got that down pretty easy. So I'm gonna turn you down to my work surface. I know, I'm not patient either, but let me tell you that this one like just rocked. It is so worth it. I've actually been using it quite a bit, and it's not near as hard as I thought it was gonna be. All right, so I'm gonna turn you guys down, and we are gonna jump in and get started. So we're gonna make an easel card. This is one when, guess what, people, when you make these homemade cards, like you want people to like put them on display, right? Like show them off, and this is the kind of card that you can do that with. So I'm starting off with a half a sheet of our thick Whisper White, and I'm gonna score this. You could just fold it, but I'm gonna score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. All right, so that's it. That's all. That's the hardest part of this card. And then you're just gonna fold, make sure you got your bone folder. That folds it in half. And then this other flap gets folded in, just like that. And then I'm taking the same color cardstock, which is just your thick basic white, and I am going to glue that down to this other piece. Now you only wanna put glue on this bottom portion. So absolutely love my Stampin' Seal Plus. And this should fit on there perfectly, just like that. So the paper that we are featuring, and I am so excited because it's been on back order, unorderable, you've been able to get it, not get it, is the Whimsy and Wonder paper. And it's all, I only have this piece up here with me, but you just gotta trust me. It's got beautiful pinks and greens, and it's a specialty paper, so it has this built-in shimmer, silver shimmer on a lot of them. But this is my favorite piece. I am actually using my favorite piece for all of you, which that shows you how much I love you. And it coordinates with Blushing Bride. So I'm gonna glue this piece down to, look at, it has this, these nice bold stripes. It's more of a non-traditional Christmas, but still very wintry and Christmassy. And I'm going to glue this down to here, just like that. Next up, then we're going to, so I'm layering this on there, and this is just going to get layered there. So I warned you, this is a quick and simple card, right? We are going to bust this out pretty quick. So that will get then added to here. So if you, are having a stamp camp. If you haven't signed up yet, there are a few days left to sign up. And we're gonna make cards, I think we're making like 8 cards, and then tags, and a bag, and a box, all featuring this beautiful Baubles Christmas. We're also you're gonna get some of the Whimsy and Wonder paper, and one of the things we're including is this really unique, but it is really awesome, magic mesh. It's called metallic mesh. I think everything crafting is magic, so I say that a lot. But I'm gonna cut this off. It looks huge, right? But I'm gonna show you that it's not, it can be skinny too. So anyway, but it can also lay and be very, it just adds a lot of sparkle. Okay, so let's go back to our baubles. So one thing, this one, I'm not using any of the stamped baubles. I'm gonna use just the dies. The dies are actually pretty awesome. Where there is, there's a couple that are, there's 2 here that are the outlays, the backgrounds or the actual. Then you have 4 that are detailed. So when I saw those, I was like, no way, it's too much work, but they're really not. So the first one, I brought another one if we have time. I'll show you the second one. We'll see if we have time. But, so I went ahead and ran this through for you just to make today a little faster. And I ran it through with just I did use our thick basic white. And then there's my heater in Michigan. It was snowing last night here. Has it snowed where you guys are yet? Oh, I couldn't believe it. So then I ran through this detail. I did it already so I could poke out all the pieces, but it only took a second. But I want to give you a big tip. If you use detailed dies, like if you use anything that has detail, the tricky part can be gluing down. Like how do you glue down all these little pieces, right? So let me tell you the secret. The secret is called adhesive sheets. I got lots of them. These are just little strips that I have so that when I use like words and all that, I can do that. So I'm gonna show you, you get 12 sheets when you do that. And that 12 goes a really, really, really long way. And so what I'm going to do is, let's say I am gonna run this tree through. So I'll kind of see like how much I need to cover. So the adhesive sheet allows it to make the whole thing like a big sticker. Like didn't we love stickers? Did any of you guys collect stickers when you were younger? I'm pretty sure, Michelle, you told me that you did. I would save up all my babysitting money and I'd walk down to the sticker store. So I loved them. So this makes it just like a big sticker. So all I do is there might be a better way. I know there's probably a better way, but I just see about how much adhesive sheet that I need. And if I'm mass producing it, I just cover the whole thing. But this one is just one. So I'll kind of see like where I need to be. And then I'll just kind of roughly cut that. Now both sides are sticky. So first thing you're going to do is just take the one side and stick that down. And it has little, places for you to grab. And so I put the one side down first. I used to pull the whole thing off, and then guess what? I had glue everywhere, all over my fingers. My fingers were stuck together. So now I know that you don't pull that second piece off until you get it where you want it. Now I can go in here, look, I can pull that other piece off and then I can lay it down because that is really sticky under there. There. So now when I run through my die, which, hey, let's do it real quick. I've already done the one that I'm going to show you the card, but if I couldn't choose between the two, so I actually kind of got where I wanted to do both of them. So we'll see. So now I'm going to take my little platform here. This is our little mini Stamp and Cut and Boss machine. And then, I have to go this way. So let me cut this off. You can only go so wide. I think it's 3.5 inches is as wide as you can go. All right. Which one?
The one that's got the flip up.
Oh, here you go. You're welcome. Nancy's here working. I stole the sample card. She's prepping all the pieces for everybody who ordered right now for me. She's amazing. All right, so can you guys see what I'm doing? Yep, so I have the glue side down, so the part that has this adhesive sheet, and then this just goes on top of it, and then you just cut it like normal. So it's one little extra step, and it's so worth it when you don't have to try to get glue. Hold on. Don't get motion sick, and there's not an earthquake. I know my camera is shaking. I'm trying to do this peacefully so I don't shake you too much, but I know I'm shaking you a little. There was not an earthquake, I promise. All right, there we go. So now we have this ornament. You could, if you had something little, you could have those extra pieces that you want to. Some people actually put this down and cut around the adhesive sheet to really maximize it. Those of you who know me know I don't maximize very much. I just throw it away and move on to the next thing. Which is probably why, did you hear that noise? It did not sound good. That was the noise of a die dropping on the floor. And I don't even know which one that it is, but one of them did. We'll find it. Okay, so now let's go back to our card. I just wanted to show you that because I'm going to show you another sample afterwards. So here's our card front. If you're just joining me, we just we took our 4.25 by 11, scored it at 2 3/4 and 5.5, folded it, and then glued on this piece. So I did go ahead and already run through this one, and it already has the adhesive sheet on there. So now you're going to want to take one of your pokey tools, which I don't see mine around here. It probably is. That's probably what rolled onto the floor. But you can also use the edge of your snips. And so the backing of this already has the adhesive sheet on there. So now you want to carefully pull that off. Once you get it started, it's really easy. So once you get the backing there, see? Then you just pull that off. And now the whole thing is sticky. So this is gonna get, just doing white on white. White on white is so elegant. And then this is gonna get centered on our ornament. I wish you could see how beautiful it is. It just reminds me of Christmas and the detail on it. So I just did white on white. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a silver. When you join our stamp camp, again, you make 8 different bauble cards, and you're gonna make a box with tags and a bag. You're also going to get a whole pack of this silver paper, which is a lot. It's a silver. You get like 6 different sheets. There's all different kinds of silver. So I'm gonna take that little heart and put that in the middle. Try to put that on straight. Let me see. That's pretty straight. Take our dimensionals and add our ornament. So if you were gonna do a whole sheet of ornaments, then you would just cover the whole sheet with the adhesive back. So you wouldn't have to do it one at a time like that. So I'm gonna put our ornament here on the front. Isn't this just gorgeous? And now I'm gonna take that little twine I told you about, and you could tie a bow. Let's see, I'm gonna tie a bow with it. I probably would have made it a little bit longer. But this is where that mesh seems like it's so big and huge, and it's not. Once you work with it and you tie it, it actually does get where it's not as big, and it's so light and fluffy. Have any of you guys used this mesh before? It's really fun. It's really fun. We're using it in our camp too. So you're gonna get a whole bolt of it. So if you've ordered the camp, do not order this, because you're gonna get a whole bolt of it. Or if you did order the camp and you want lots more of it, then go ahead and order more of it. This is something you can even like wrap presents with. And anyway, so I put my little bow, and that bow is gonna go on the top. Now this Baubles set actually has the ornament hanger and everything in there. So you could even run that through with a silver if you wanted to actually have the ornament there. So there's that. There's our outside. I'm gonna do one last thing on our outside, and that is stamp the words, just joy. I think joy is a thing that we all need to remember during the holiday season. And I'm gonna use basic gray. That I think matches silver really well. So you could always emboss this. Those of you who love to do heat embossing, you could definitely emboss this with silver embossing. But I'm just gonna use basic gray. I'm just gonna trim this so it's straight. I could totally freehand cut it, but then there's a 90% chance it would not be straight. And sometimes I'm okay with that. I'm okay without not having this well, I didn't do a very good job there either. So let's see if I can stamp joy again on this little strip, because this is the right size. I just did it. There we go. Perfect. So I have joy, and I'm just gonna trim off. Let's make the ends just little tiny banners. I'm just being in the mood to do a little bit of fussiness. Usually I just trim off the ends, but we're gonna make the ends a banner. And I do banners by figuring out where I wanna go, and then I just trim that off. And then I go to the middle, and I go in the middle and cut up, and then you just go from corner to corner. And you should get a pretty good banner. There you go. So that one says joy. Take your dimensionals and go to the edge of your dimensional and cut off the skinny part. And here, see, I had stamped that joy not so well. So I'll cover up my bad one, and that's gonna go across the front of our card. So there, isn't that gorgeous for the outside? This beautiful ornament. And then when they open it up, I have a tasteful label die here, and I am going to stamp this with our, Nancy, do you mind bringing me a Blushing Bride stamp pad? I thought I brought it, but I don't see it. So I'm gonna take the bigger ornament. See, I'm glad Nancy's here today. During the last class, I had to run around twice. Is it in the soft subtles, the very tippy top? Yes, Nancy has them all labeled. I should even show you her labeling system. All right, I'm gonna take a piece of scrap paper here, because I'm gonna stamp the ornament. I really am only gonna stamp that middle part, so it's not even gonna be the whole, thank you. It's not the whole ornament, it's just that middle part. And I'm gonna stamp that, yeah, let's do it full strength, just so that decorates the middle of our label. See? Isn't that cool? And then we're gonna stamp in here. You can build up all these things you wanna say. I'm gonna stamp, it says Merry and Bright. And we're going to do that back again with I don't need that joy anymore. I'll clean that later, which means I'll probably clean it in 2 weeks. And then I'm gonna take some more scrap white, take that Merry and Bright, and stamp that down there. So it's pretty straight. I'll do the same thing I just did. But this time I'm gonna try to cut it right. There you go. So Merry and Bright. But it has a to and a from in there, or it says to, you, and yours, and then it does have a to and a from. Okay, my patience with the banner is gone. So I always just do my little strips there. And go back to our dimensionals, and I'll take a couple of those. And then you'll also need dimensionals on the back of your Tasteful label dies. And you can use any label die or a circle punch. It's just something that has some lift to it. So then, okay, so here's our inside, which you could put some more designer series paper if you wanted to. But this is just a beautiful white card, lots of white. And so this is gonna get put down here at the bottom. And then I'm gonna have the Merry and Bright. And then up here, you would write your message from your family on there, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put that down there, that Merry and Bright. There you go. So then when they open it, here you go. There is your Easel card. I probably would put some rhinestones on there to make it have a little bit of sparkle. But tell me, do you guys like it? If you do, give me a heart. The heart always encourages me and lets me know that you like something or not, since I can't hear you. I do go back and read all of your comments though, so definitely leave me a comment and let me know too. But there is this, so the outside is just stunning, and then the inside there's a little thing down there at the bottom. Now let me show you one more. So the other day, I created this one, right? And I decorated the inside for you so you guys could all see that. So the inside was already decorated. I didn't want to not finish it. So I thought it'd be cool just to today. So if you were watching me last Thursday, I did the whole Christmas card class. I want to finish this. So I put my thing away. Let me, really quick, I already ran through this, this bauble ornament. To me, they mean the same thing. I'm gonna use some of that Heartwarming Hugs paper that I had used the other day as well. And I just am gonna run through the base of the bauble. Bauble does sound a little prettier, I suppose, but you know, it's an ornament, right? It's just a fancier ornament. Is that why they call it a bauble? And then I'll run this through. A second, let me layer this up without trying to fight in this little area. There we go. There we go. Now we're gonna run that through. Crank. Again, don't worry, we're not going through an earthquake here. I know you're shaking up a little bit there. So there is the background so this time I'm using designer series paper. And so you can use paper to give you that. You can use really sparkle paper. And then I ran this through. Now I already have, remember if you were just watching, I added the adhesive sheet already. So I sometimes will poke out all of those pieces while they're in the die. Like I said, I don't typically take the time to do this with you in the video, but it wasn't that hard. Look, that easy, like it's all poked out already. It was pretty simple. When it has that adhesive sheet on the back, it actually makes it easier to poke out for some reason. So there is now I gotta get the actual thing, and then that one again, I would recommend using your little, it's like a pick tool or a paper piercer, but I lost mine on this desk. And if you saw the desk, you would know why. So, but look, now you can see it there. Isn't that so pretty? You could even put some little rhinestones, but I'm just gonna be real simple. And here, again, take that same piercer tool, or your snips. I have my snips right here next to me, and that works just as well. And you just get it started, and then you just peel it off, because remember, this is now it's a sticker. So if you don't have adhesive sheets, that needs to go on your next order. So this just is gonna lay down here. And just try to lay it down so it's centered. You'll get to be really good about how this gets centered. There you go. Isn't that so pretty? It's really, really, really pretty. I wish you could see it in person. And then that's just, again, I had already had this done, so I just wanted to finish it off. And it's gonna be a real traditional Christmas, gorgeous card with an ornament with a Christmas tree on the outside. Put your dimensionals on there. And then, and you can, of course, put some words on there, wishing you, you know, or sending you joy, or wishing you Christmas, Merry Christmas. But I just want to decorate the outside because the words are, for this card, are on the inside. See? Wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year. And then I will take some ribbon. This is the red satin ribbon. I just used this on a class too. Oh, my Love Santa tag kit class. We're working on prepping that one too. So I'll just make a little bow with that. And we'll add this to the top of here. There you go. And I have mini glue dots. Boy, my little desk is a mess. I've been doing, oh, Lola's here. Can you hear her? She wanted to let you know. There you go. There, so there is this one. So here's your traditional red and white. Here's a non-traditional, beautiful pink and white and silver. So as always, thanks guys for being here. Let me know which one is your favorite. If you're watching this on the replay, leave me a comment if you're watching this on YouTube. But again, here is the outside. Then remember, it creates an easel. So that way, whoever you're giving it to can actually use it for a display. So the one that I showed you last week held a picture of your family, right? So if you want to do, you can do it as a picture as well. And then the one I showed you last week, I didn't finish. So I wanted to finish it so that I could actually use it and send it out. And so, oh, Carol likes the red and white. You're definitely more traditional. But see, there's a little Christmas tree on the inside. Anyway, let me know which one you prefer. Lots of you are both. I know it's hard to make a decision, but I love the white on white is definitely one of my favorites. But go ahead, yes, thank you for the hearts. You guys can share this video. I so love your comments. There's only about 3 or 4 days left to be able to sign up for we're calling it the Beautiful Baubles Stamp Camp. And I'm doing it with my partner in Canada, Ange McKay, and I'll be doing the projects on a Facebook Live. So if you want the kit to be sent to you, so you have all the paper cut and the cardstock cut and ready, all your supplies, then make sure you sign up for it. I'll share the link with you. I know Michelle said, I didn't realize that had a tree in it. I actually thought, Michelle, I was thinking that if I wanted to, you could actually run this through again in green, and then you could cut out the Christmas tree and actually lay it over there, so you would have a green tree inside of there. I know you could probably do that. I just lost time. But so some of you who like to take a little bit more time, you could really jazz this up with everything. So thanks for being here. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you. And next week I'll come back again for another Christmas card class where I'll do 4 different projects. And it's next Thursday, November 11th. All right, take care. I'll see you later.